everyone, it's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel, and today's video is a little bit more on the non-diabetes side, but I wanted to address this for anybody who is thinking about entering dental hygiene or at least any major career, like whatever you're choosing to do in life, teaching, nursing. There's a plethora of different careers out there. I really want to emphasize today and share the importance of really going to shadow somebody and doing your research before you go into a program. I did do a job shadow back last summer when I was taking dental health and safety, which is a basic infection control class for dental people, or dental students, I guess you could say, people who are entering a dental field, like an assistant or a hygienist or whatever the case may be. And I was able to watch two different hygienists at this particular community clinic look and see how they do things, how they organize things, how they go about their day, how they're treating patients, how they're interacting with patients, how they're interacting with other dental staff to make everything go smoothly. And when I shadowed, it really confirmed with me that this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And then when I actually got into the program and started working with the instruments, like, it really set home to me that this is what I wanted to do. But a job shadow is super important, and I think you can learn a lot. And I was glad, like I said, I got to shadow two different people, and I got some really good pointers for them, like following your own routine, understanding that, like, hey, your ergonomics is extremely important or you're going to have problems, kind of understanding, like, hey, this is what you do when a patient doesn't show up, this is what you do when you don't have anything to do, purge the water lines, sterilize the instruments, this is what you do on your off time, this is what you're going to do for charting, this is what you're going to do for setting up and taking down and all that different thing. And the job shadow to me was really, really amazing because I got to watch experienced people do it who have been doing it for years. One has been doing it for 20 plus years, and the other one was doing it for at least 7 or more years. I think maybe 9 now. Close to 10 years she's been a hygienist, and before that an assistant. And as a matter of fact, one of the hygienists I shadowed went to the same school I go to, so she knows quite a few of the instructors. But anyways, I really, really got to understand what the job was about, and I wasn't going to go in blindsided to the program, and they gave me some good advice for the program. How about finding patients and all different things like that, and try to, guide me along the way and give me, like, good pointers and stuff. And the job shadowing, like, legit is going to really confirm with you whether or not you want to do this. In addition to a job shadow, I also recommend you do your research ahead of time. Now, I've known since I've been about 17 years old that I wanted to be a dental hygienist. Leading up to that, I was really doing a lot of research. What does a dental hygienist do? What does it entail? Does my personality and what I like to do really suit my career? And the more and more I looked at dental hygiene, the more and more it screamed, yes, this is what you're going to do, and this is what you're going to do for the rest of your life. And the more and more I go further in school, and the way I go about myself clinically, and the way I'm comprehending things, is the more and more it leads to me being in this dental hygiene field. And I definitely got that confirmed this semester 1000%. Like, this is what I want to do, and I absolutely love what I'm doing. I love the clinical setting. I love educating my patients. I love, anything and everything to do with the dental field. Like, I absolutely love it. And it's a lot of exciting things, and I really like that I'm going to make an impact in people's lives and educate them. And which is a huge component of dental hygiene, and that's something I really, really enjoyed. I love that it's a detailed-oriented job. It's a very fast-paced job, I guess you could say, where you're going to be doing a lot of similar things, but you get to see different patients and different patients with different dental considerations, patients with different levels of plaque and tartar on their teeth, and all different things like that. And doing your research ahead of time is huge. And if you're not sure, ask somebody who's in the field. And like I said, long before I shadowed, I did my research, and my mom knew somebody when we worked at a gas station. Like, my mom and I worked at a gas station my mom worked at the gas station for almost 10 years. I was there for almost 3. And one of the customers was a dental hygienist, and she was explaining, like, how amazing the field is and how much growth and opportunity there is. And that's what I also really enjoyed, is that I could do more than just be a dental hygienist. I could go and further myself, be a dental hygiene instructor. I could further my career and do dental drug representation. I can do promote dental products. I can work under the dental insurance, the dental marketing, the dental sales. There's so much more for me than just doing dental hygiene clinically if I wanted to, that it's something that I really wanted to pursue, knowing that there's more options for me and to further and better myself. And if I wanted to add more value and more scope of practice to my education, to what I've been taught. So for me, it was a huge thing that it mirrored what I like to do personality-wise, the fact that I'm very detail-oriented, very organized, very good with people. Like, it really suited me, and watching somebody else work really got the idea of how my day is gonna go. And doing my research ahead of time, I knew for a fact that, like, going into the program, that I would need to know how to do local anesthesia. So I wasn't surprised when we were told, hey, you're going to have to give local anesthesia injections on each other right before your last semester in hygiene school. By this time next year, I will be able to give local anesthesia injections to people. And a lot of people don't know that going in, and a lot of people don't realize the amount of, like, I guess the amount of, like, handwork we do. I feel like a lot of people, when they think of, like, dental hygienists, they think of, like, people that they're getting their teeth polished. Well, that's just one part of our job. The other parts of our job is actually instrumenting on the teeth and removing that plaque and that biofilm and checking your health of your gum tissues, doing a oral cancer screening. There's more than just polishing teeth, and there's more than just telling you how to brush and floss. There's a lot more that goes into it. It's understanding, like, hey, if you see this is not abnormal. If you see this is something that might be a concern, or might be an indication of another health disease or another health condition. So I need to be able to know that too. And there's more than just learning different things. Like, what I'm learning is really in-depth stuff, and a lot of people don't realize the amount of work that goes into being a dental hygienist. And I'm definitely glad I did my research. I talked to somebody who used to be a customer at our gas station, and she really got me into understanding that she does more of the sales aspect of dental hygiene, and that there's so much growth and opportunity. And that was another confirmation for me, that for the fact that it mirrors my personality, the fact that I really enjoyed how the dental hygienists were working in the job shadow, really, to me, said, yes, this is for you. And I've gotten that more reaffirmed every single time I practice, every single time I'm in class. Like, it's just for me, and it's suited for me, and this career couldn't have been more made or suited for me. And I'm beyond happy I chose my career. I'm beyond happy I did my research ahead of time. I did a job shadow. I talked to people, stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to share this with you guys, that, like, if you're doing anything, nursing, teaching, God knows, auto technician, an auto mechanic, you name it, shadow somebody who does that job, because it'll give you an idea if you're truly going to be interested in it. And if at any point, like, you don't feel like, hey, I don't think this is for me, don't go down that path. If I didn't feel like, oh, dental hygiene, I don't think that's going to really suit me, I probably would have stopped and not carried on with that side of my career path here. But I was very thankful that I did my research ahead of time. So this is really a video geared towards people entering college, or people that are in high school, or wanting to choose a different career path. If you're an adult and you want to pursue something, go for it. There's nothing wrong with adults pursuing a different career path. As a matter of fact, one of my classmates and friends right now is doing just that. Excuse me, where the rest of us are just starting out for the most part. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, and I highly recommend you do your research beforehand. And then if you're pretty sure you want to go into the field, like I was probably like 80% sure by the time I graduated, or I should say by the time I applied for the program, I was like 85 to 90% sure this is what I wanted to do after I talked to people and did my research. Then I did the job shadow and got it 100% confirmed at that point. But if you're not, sure, do your research and really figure out what kind of skills and what kind of information you're going to need to know for your chosen career path, what kind of things you're going to be doing. Now, not everything about your job you're going to like. As a matter of fact, right now, like in dental hygiene school, I would say, like, I don't hate periodontal probing, which is when we check the health of your gum tissues. I wouldn't say I hate it, but it highly bores me. And it just, to me, isn't an interesting part of my job. It's a very important part of my job. I need to be able to tell, like, hey, are your gum tissues healthy? Because if they're not healthy, you could be at a risk for gingivitis and then periodontal disease, in which you're going to lose bone structure around your teeth, and your teeth could fall out, right? I don't hate probing. I can do it well. But honestly, it's not my favorite part of my job. And there's going to be different parts of your job that you're not going to really like. I don't mind setting and cleaning up an operatory and sterilizing instruments and stuff, but it probably isn't my favorite part of the job, running those types of things, because to me they're more boring. I really enjoy instrumentation. I really enjoy the patient education part behind it. Dental charting right now is not my favorite either, and it's something I can tolerate, but it's not my favorite. You're going to have parts to your job that are going to suck, and parts to your job that are going to rock, but you got to make sure that the parts that rock and that you love are going to far outweigh the parts that aren't so fun. Now again, as I go forward and learn more, I may find out, hey, that I really don't have anything that I don't really care for, or there might be something else where it's like, oh geez, you know, interacting with this is not as fun as I thought it would be, but this, which I thought was not going to be fun at all, is totally amazing. So it's all a matter of perspective as you go forward in different things, but there's definitely pros and cons to every job. So it's not like my job is going to be 1000% peaches and cream. What if I have a patient in the chair and I happen to find a lesion on the side of their tongue? I may have discovered oral cancer in somebody. That's not going to be a fun thing to note and tell the dentist, like, hey, this person might have oral cancer. And it's not going to be a fun thing to share that with the patient. It's going to be very, very emotional and hard, but I have to do it. And if I don't do it, that person could go away and have cancer grow in their mouth and can lead to having complications or die from the cancer if they don't get it taken care of. So a part of my job I probably is going to suck if I see that, but what are you going to do? Or you might look in someone's mouth and feel horrible for them because it's like, wow, look how much cavities they have, or geez, look at the amount of decay that's in their mouth, or oh my gosh, look how receded their gums are, and you can just feel, you know, have that emotional heartbreak, like, oh my gosh, this person really needs good dental care. But then you can have that rewarding side and be like, what can I do as a hygienist that can really impact their life? What can I do as a hygienist that can really make their oral health in much better shape than what it is now? How can I improve that? So I'm here to emphasize that job shadows and doing your research before you enter a career is important. I'm also here to emphasize that not every job, even if you choose a job that you're absolutely going to love, is going to have fun things to it. And I'm finding that out as I learn here. So just keep that in mind. I wanted to put this out there. This is a good generalized video for anybody pursuing a career in college, getting ready to pursue college, or in high school, middle school. Please watch this video. It is beyond, like, you need to do a job shadow, you need to talk to people, you need to do your research, and you need to go in with the mindset that not everything is going to be peaches and cream with your job. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and I kind of wanted to make this as a random video on my channel just to kind of see if this would be helpful for anybody. And honestly, I'm here on this YouTube channel to share my advice, not only through type 1 diabetes, but through other aspects of my life that I've learned, and the advice I've been given, the wisdom I've taken in, the knowledge I've been given by other people, and what I've learned so far. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. I post videos every single week about diabetes plus more. And until next time, for another video, take care, God bless, be kind, spread positivity, and be thankful. Bye.